Hi, this is Max from JSoft and welcome to this new series that we're trying called Devlog. In this series, the goal is to showcase our updates for Sales CRM, our automation-powered CRM for Jira. So we'll go over some of the upcoming features that we're working on, explain a little bit of our philosophy and logic for developing these new features, and what you can expect to accomplish from these features. If you're not too familiar about us, JSoft is an Atlassian marketplace vendor with more than 10 apps published on the Atlassian marketplace, with our latest being Sales CRM, and that is also going to be the focus of our devlogs. We're doing this because we think it's a good way of being able to openly discuss features with you and catalog the progress that we've been able to accomplish. As such, if there's something that you'd like to see in those features or other features that you want, please let us know. That way we'll be able to build something of value to you. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about our latest upcoming integration, which is the Hubspot integration. We'll go over what it is, why we decided to go for this, how it can evolve, and so on and so forth. But first, I think we should take a step back and describe the philosophy of what we adopted here in order to develop this new feature. When we initially got started with Sales CRM, we knew that connecting with as many external apps as possible would be the way to go because it would improve the use case and adaptability of Sales CRM. One scenario that we find with our customers is that they already have most of the tools surrounding a CRM, mass email, cataloging clients, calendar meetings, workflow, etc. But they're not able to easily grab the contact data in Jira. So by data, I mean something like the latest interaction with customers, bugs, project progress, etc. So through integration, we know that we can fill that gap very easily. The question is more about understanding which integration would be the most valuable. And we found out by asking customers that the low-hanging fruit was the Hubspot integration, and more specifically, it was the calendar meeting integration. So going into more detail as to why Hubspot, we chose Hubspot because our customers want it, it's a popular tool, and it fits where we want to go. Here's what I mean by that. Sales CRM is about keeping track of leads and opportunities. So naturally, we would want to capture deals and opportunities that are coming from meetings and demo requests from a website or an email. So the calendar meeting integration is the prime candidate for an initial integration. And we can always re-explore this option and further integrate Hubspot to Sales CRM. So it's a solution that will evolve and scale as we go on, which is wonderful. And so here's how it works. Hubspot has the possibility of doing calendar links to book meetings, similar to Calendly. We like this functionality a lot because for small teams where the product team might be the one doing the demos or calls with clients, then that team would spend more time in Jira than they would in Hubspot. So being able to track those demo requests straight from Jira and be able to follow up with them is very, very good. So the way the integration works is fairly simple. Sales CRM is able to connect to Hubspot via private integration, and once the two tools are connected, it's just a matter of mapping the fields correctly so that the calendar meetings from the booking link show up correctly from Hubspot to Sales CRM. And we went this route because it would ensure that users with any plans in Hubspot would be able to use this integration. Otherwise, they would have to pay for more expensive plans in Hubspot. We're going to work and publish some more documentation and videos on this integration soon. So if you're more than interested to have a look at it or to even use this integration, stay tuned. So here's sort of the takeaway and what we learned from this whole experience. We already knew that we wanted to integrate with Hubspot because Hubspot is a wonderful tool, especially for SMBs. We're most likely going to move forward with other integration as this exercise went very, very well for us. And also we're able to apply some of the logic of mapping the fields from our Hubspot integration to our GSM integration. Essentially, we learned through our process that the GSM integration had very similar logic and needs for mapping fields so that we can take our learning from Hubspot and do a two-bird, one stone in our case to be able to make the GSM functionality even more useful by being able to map out more fields. But that's something for another time. And so here's what we're up to now. We now have a nice little backlog of improvements and new integrations that we want to push in the future, so please stay tuned for our next steps. Hopefully this little format is nice enough to provide you with insights on what we're doing, why we're doing it, and what we learn from it. So that's it for this episode of Devlog. Take care. Bye-bye.